I shall begin with the disclaimer. Many of my loyal subjects at this point know that spoilers are a given. But due to this being a special case as I am reviewing an episode of a show that is very good, if you have not seen the episode The Protector of Concord Dawn of Star Wars Rebels and wish to view it with no spoilers, you may wish to return to this video at a later date or simply skip to the end. I will allow this. I will also review the first half first, because reviewing the second half first would be ridiculous, and giving one last point of no return at that point. Final disclaimer, I am not reviewing this simply so I could wear my Vader outfit again. Well, it is not the only reason. Greetings, the world of the internet. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and welcome to Squirrel Talk Review. Star Wars Rebels is really great. If you are not watching, you probably should be. After purchasing Star Wars from George Lucas, Disney created this little show. And I wasn't sure about it at first, but it turned out to be really well done. I enjoy all of the characters, I enjoy the adventure, and I love more of the Star Wars universe. And as for the episode I am reviewing, it's good. It's nowhere near being a bad egg, hence the disclaimer from before. I just have a few complaints in which we're going to dive right into. We start with one of the beautiful space shots as our main characters gather to discuss their latest problems of dealing with the Empire.
The Empire's making our travels around the Outer Rim tougher all the time.
Yes, we need a new hyperspace route in and out of the Lothal sector.
The solution comes from the galaxy's demolition artist herself, Sabine.
Shortcut. The system of Concord Dawn. It's a Mandalorian colony, and not an Imperial territory yet.
Unfortunately, the Mandalorians are a bit of a wild card here, and
This group call themselves the Protectors. They like to make up their own rules.
Sounds familiar?
So we go in with strength, scout the system for defenses to see what we're up against.
Or, why not try diplomacy? Ask permission to use their system as a shortcut.
I'm with Commander What's-His-Face there. There is no harm in showing up with a little bit extra muscle now and again, especially when you're dealing with a warrior culture. But
We shouldn't make an enemy if we don't need to. If we get permission to fly through their space, the next step could be recruitment.
so a small fleet of ships, led by the Green One Hera, go in to say hi to one of the strongest batches of warriors in the galaxy. I certainly hope nothing goes wrong, but there wouldn't be much of a plot if nothing went wrong.
How unfortunate for you.
You haven't heard what we have to say.
I don't need to. Out here, I act in the name of the Empire.
Hold on, Protector!
What do we do? What do we do?
I know what you should have done, brought more firepower. What follows is an epic space fight worthy of the Star Wars brand, with some brave rebel pilots against some very cool Mandalorian spacecrafts. The result has Hera covering the others' retreat, but Disney owns Star Wars now, right? I'm sure she's about to make a daring escape and appear right...
Hera! Hera, can you hear me?
Not gonna lie, that's a bit heart-wrenching. We don't want to lose the Green One.
How is she?
Her vital signs have stabilized. She is going to make it.
Firstly, it is nice to see that she is okay-ish. Second, I think the robot should have asked for another take. And thirdly, why did Kanan get to go in first while the others had to wait outside? He is a Jedi, he does not have the medical training. And finally, I know that these two have some sort of thing going on with each other, but all the more reason Kanan should have been kicked out so the medics could have done their job. Sabine swears revenge, and the rebels plan their counter-offensive.
I don't. This is a solo mission and I'm taking it. I'm already one man down, I won't risk anyone else.
You are going alone?
Alright. I'll take Chopper.
You're going alone with a droid. 'Cause that's so much better. Unless you're bringing IG-88, I don't think that's going to tip things in your favor. What is with you people and your reluctance to bring significant backup? That is why Hera was injured in the first place. You could have brought in a more armored ship. The protectors would have thought twice about attacking, giving you time to flee, and this mess would have been averted. So now Kanan, obviously not thinking straight, is going alone to face the Mandalorians, to the point where he doesn't even notice a little stowaway.
What are you doing here?
You must be pretty distracted not to have noticed I stowed away.
Have I mentioned how awesome Sabine is? But she's not the only twist.
Heard Sato's orders. I'm going to destroy those fighters before they take off.
I know you better than that.
Fine. I'm going to finish Hera's mission. We need to recruit the Mandalorians to join the rebellion.
The Protectors almost killed Hera!
Look, I know you want to make friends and allies and let diplomacy win the day and all, but these guys have clearly indicated they're not interested. Saying please over and over again doesn't actually help people to change their minds. It causes them to plot your demise. So we have one Jedi wanting to make friends, one trigger-happy demolitionist wanting revenge, and a droid on their way to a planet with a superior pack of warriors that don't want them there. No, that is not the start of a joke. I will now offer one last chance to stay spoiler-free. Still here? Let's go. The Jedi and Sabine infiltrate the planet.
Including the 2 starfighters on patrol, 8 ships total. But they're spread out, so it's gonna take me a while to plant charges. I think I brought enough explosives.
You always bring enough explosives.
She probably has enough to blow up half of the planet. Or the rest of it. Seeing as how it's kind of already blown up a little bit. Oh, never mind. You will laugh at my joke. We watch an Empire ship touch down and confirm what we already knew. The Mandalorians are in league with the Empire. Did you realize you were 2 minutes short when you made this or something? So Kanan finally goes in to say hi.
Pretty bold to sneak onto my base. I'm gonna assume you're one of those rebels I dealt with earlier.
That's a pretty good guess, but not the entire truth.
I don't recognize you, so before I gun you down, why don't you tell me what you want?
And here, have a bowl of something. I don't want to kill people with empty stomachs. I like this guy.
You gave me a chance to live that day. Now I'd like to return the favor.
Are you threatening me?
You know, he can shoot you a lot faster than you can put your lightsaber back together. Come to think of it, why do you take your weapon apart when you put it away? It's not really a secret who you are anymore. Meanwhile, Sabine uses infiltration skills that could give Bond a run for his money, as she sets explosive after explosive, but...
What was that?
These guys have no idea who they're messing.
How's it going, boys?
You cheated.
With Sabine surrounded, we begin to hear little tidbits of information about her. Now, of all the main characters of Star Wars Rebels, Sabine is the most mysterious, as we don't really know that much about her. We know that she used to be in the Imperial Academy and played bounty hunter for a while, but she really hasn't talked much about either in detail, so anything delving into this character is more than welcome.
Not lately. I forged this armor with my family.
Family? That's a bold claim. What's your house?
I'm Clan Ren, House Vizsla.
House Vizsla? She's Death Watch. Traitor!
My mother was, but I'm not.
Well, that didn't answer any questions, but instead brings up so much more. What do you mean your mother was a traitor? A traitor to who? And why are you not the traitor? Mandalorians are typically clan-based. Where's the rest of your house?
Who are you? Really?
Is this annoying? Yes, unbelievably. And it makes me just want to keep watching this show so I can get some answers. Curse you, Star Wars Rebels. Back to Kanan, who isn't making much headway with the man who tried to kill his friends earlier, but Sabine's challenge for revenge comes running through the door. In this corner, we have the seasoned war veteran and Mandalorian leader Fen Rao. And in this corner, the challenger, the Academy dropout and traitor, Sabine.
What is it with you Mandalorians? Never knowing how to solve anything except through the end of a blaster.
That's what makes them so cool. With a little Disney propaganda, Sabine wins the duel in the most epic way possible.
There are alternatives to killing.
Come on! Are you feeling better now? You got to blow stuff up.
I thought you'd be happy I didn't kill anyone.
You know, by not killing anyone, they're now trying to kill you.
Bad news. Rao's fighter is at the far end of the field, and I wasn't able to set the charges on it before they captured me.
You're saying we should go after him?
Yes! For the first time today, we agree on something.
Fine, but we are still not killing anyone.
Love making this hard for me.
Why? Did someone from the screening department stop by and tell you to slap that line in to make it all seem less violent? That doesn't work. And they know it doesn't work. That's why it sounds so awkward. This show has already had a fair number of casualties. It doesn't hold water. You are at war, death happens. So everyone pretends to shoot at each other, and Kanan hops aboard Fen Rao's fighter, and we get another epic fight sequence with Kanan pulling the Mandalorian from his burning vessel to the Phantom.
How do you feel?
Like a prisoner.
Funny you should say that. Now that he is their prisoner, he has no choice but to let the rebel fleet have free access to the hyperspace route through his territory. So remember, kids, killing is wrong, but if someone isn't giving you something you want after you've asked nicely for it, kidnap them, because that's the right way to do it. And the best news is yet to come. Hera is awake and feeling much better. Ish.
Alternative. We're not at war with the Protectors. There was no need to take their lives if we didn't have to.
And the Disney censors wouldn't allow that. And the ending has a soft underscore to fit the mood. Got to hand it to those music department people. Just in case you couldn't tell, this show is really great! All of the characters are likable and great in their own way. These stories and adventures are a fun ride worthy of the Star Wars brand, and the music fits like a glove, making an experience of pure awesomeness. What I like about these Season 2 episodes is the fact that the show is starting to focus less on Ezra, the main character from the first season. It expands the other crew members of the Ghost from being just the other people on the ship with Ezra. I think he has about 3 lines in this episode, and that's about it. This is Sabine's story, and the more we have of her, the better. The complaint I have is really slapping on this "we don't kill people" thing, and this is not the only episode in which this happens. And it's kind of ironic, as this show has quite a body count at this point. Most of them are a dime a dozen minions in helmets without much of a face, or even names. And there really isn't any bloody or gory ends to any of them. And my montage from before indicates you can't really sweep all of these under the rug and say that everyone was fine afterward. I can understand wanting to keep casualties low, but trying to say that nobody dies in this show actually takes away from it, and I would appreciate it if the propagandic comments would stay out of it. But suffice to say, anything I see wrong is severely undercoated by how much I enjoyed this episode, and all episodes from this show in general. So if you don't watch Star Wars Rebels, why aren't you? I am the Great Matthew Squeak, and this is Squirrel Talk Review.